Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Aitken, and on this show each week we look at a couple of approaching races in Hong Kong, try to isolate a particular element of the race that we might look back on later as having crucially decided the issue. On Sunday at Sha Tin, the first race we're going to look at is race 8, and the winning factor here, the jump. Now, looking down the field here, there are quite a few runners that I think will get some attention from punters. Flying Thunder from the Frankie Law yard, Lone Eagle, who burst into some form last start, and Honest Way, who's been chasing home the very smart Full of Beauty at his last two starts. As we'll see later, the barrier draw of 10 looks an issue for Lone Eagle, so we're going to concentrate mostly on the other pair of Honest Way and Flying Thunder. First of all, we're going to look at when this pair met last time, in fact the only time. That was in race 3-7-4, and on this occasion we see Flying Thunder in the brownish colours misses the start quite clearly, while Honest Way jumps okay, but then from a wider gate his jockey has to ease him back in the field, and actually they end up in a situation where they're not far from one another by the time they turn for home. On that occasion, Honest Way finished the better, finished in front of Flying Thunder, but both were very good efforts without all the advantages. Since that race, of course, their paths have diverged. They've each had a couple of runs more, and both of them put a writing on the wall effort forward at his latest outing, and we're going to have a look at those now. First of all, Honest Way. He runs second to Full of Beauty here. Now, once again, he drew an awkward gate, had to go back and give a bit of a start to the leaders, but he was closing off to get within a length of a very promising horse. A week later in race 4-6-6, Flying Thunder, we see once again he's clearly the last to begin in the race, and he then gets a dream run through the race up along the inside fence in the middle stages, closes off very strongly under top weight in an excellent effort. Now, the track on those two occasions was playing very similarly in terms of the track speed, so I think we can make some comparisons between those two efforts and the sectional times that they ran, and you'll see in your form guide that Flying Thunder closed off around about 3 lengths faster than Honest Way did in his race. So his finishing speed, Flying Thunder, has been quite impressive, but those slow starts are a problem, and when we look at the map, it looks like we only have the two leaders here in the Abraxas and Fantastic Fabio, and there's no reason for them to go all that quickly, so position in running is going to be crucial, and that makes the jump a very important issue. So the tip in race 8, Honest Way. His winning factor, the jump. I don't think there's a great deal between Flying Thunder and Honest Way in terms of form, with a few pounds between them. However, Honest Way's a reliable beginner. He's going to land in a perfect spot. Flying Thunder, he might land in a good spot, but he might not too. We can't be too sure about him. So I think the way to go is Honest Way in race 8 on Sunday. The second race I want to look at Sunday's meeting is race 9, and the winning factor here, the map. Now, I think there are quite a few runners here which will get some attention from punters. Volpino, who had a lot of interference last start. You have to overlook that and go on his previous excellent run. We've also got the pair from Frankie Law's stable, Game Player Emperor and Imperial Concord, both excellent chances in the race. Joe Moreira's Mount Supergiant moving to the dirt, and the last start winner, Noir Spirit. But what really sticks out when you look at this field is the lack of leaders. Now, we're going to have a look at the graphic of the map very early on this time, because this is so important. There are no front runners here except Midnight Rattler. Now, he's been a sprinter most of his 46 starts, and he can lead over 1,200 metres, so he shouldn't have any trouble crossing them here over the 1650, but it's hard to imagine he'll want to go very fast given his stamina questions. So how his rivals line up behind him is going to be crucial. On that basis, I think the two who line up the best are Noir Spirit, coming off a win in Class 4, and Game Player Emperor, who put in a bad one last time, but jockey Sylvester de Souza recommended to Connections that they step him up in distance, and that could bring improvement. They looked the best two on the map. But let's just revisit that win by Noir Spirit, and in this race, 4-4-6. He'd been quite a while between wins, but he had been running well in Class 3, dropped to Class 4 here, and he simply clobbered them, running right away over the final stages. Now, regular watchers of this segment know that one of the factors that I do trend towards is last start winners rising in class. They actually have a better record than last start winners staying in the same grade, and a better record than last start winners of any kind. So the horse going up in grade, it's counterintuitive, but they have an excellent record. And as you can see here, these are our top trainers with the last start winner going up in grade, and Dennis Yip, the trainer of Noir Spirit, makes it into our top 6. And when we look at how Zac Purton performs on these horses rising in class off a last start win, you'll see his combination with Dennis Yip actually doubles that strike rate up to 40% that are able to win again in the higher grade. So I think that's a great pointer to Noir Spirit on Sunday. So the tip in race 9, Noir Spirit. His winning factor, the map. The almost total absence of pace runners here means that position is going to be crucial. And from an inside draw, I think Zac Purton will be able to have Noir Spirit a little bit closer than he was in that commanding Class 4 win last start. And he has that strong statistic backing him up of last start winners rising in class. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Good luck on Sunday. We'll see you next time.